Hey guys, it's Techie here, and today we're going to check out the Shokz OpenRun Pro 2. This is pretty cool. It is a Boneconduction open ear earphone. It's Bluetooth. It's connects to your phone and your laptop. You can or PC at the same time. You can have up to two devices. The reason I'm getting this one is because it leaves your ears open. So when you live in a hot, warm climate like I do, it lets your ears breathe, and it doesn't make your ears get spicy and trap in that hot air. Even the headphones I use regularly, which is the Turtle Beach Atlas Air, love these headphones. They're great, even though they are open back, open ear ones. I do run into issues when I'm wearing them in the afternoons when it gets hot in the summer. Even with the AC on here, it can get really hot, so it gets a little tough. But these ones, because they bone conduction, they're kind of they'll actually leave that ear area completely free, and they'll go like right about this way. I'm pointing the wrong way, this way, and just stay there and use vibrations sent to your through the bone to get the sound signal to you. Never used a bone conduction earphones yet, so this will be my first, and I kind of like it, and I'm also kind of intrigued, I guess is a way to say it, about the packaging. This kind of looks like medical equipment. This is what if if you bought something like a glucose measurement machine, or one of those blood pressure machines. This is kind of the box you'll get. This is not plastic. It's like this weird recycled cardboard thing, but it did give me that kind of an impression when I opened it. Of course, I bought it from Amazon, so it came in a very big box with lots of empty space. So it's been rattling around in there, but it looks pretty nice. We're going to unbox this, of course. We're going to open it up and see what we can do. I'm just going to adjust the camera here and get the unboxing done for you guys. Right, so this is what you get, the box. You have the Shokz branding, of course, and you have a tearaway bit here. And the material, like I said, it's kind of like this weird recycled cardboard, but it's got some sort of mesh on top. It's not like a regular cardboard. Does definitely feel nice on your hands. We're going to just go ahead and tear this up. And it should just peel right away, hopefully. There you go. Oh, just falls right off. So that's just the branding leaflet. I'm going to leave that there to the side. Move the remote. And yeah, so again, it has the branding. I don't know if it'll show up. If I do show it, it's embossed onto the box. Come on now, focus. I think you can see it. I hope, because it's white on white, so it's not much. And oh, it just popped right open. Okay, cool. That's kind of a cool, it has a nice little suction there. You can feel it pull off, but it's a nice pull. I like it. It's really nice. And of course, you have the case. The case is quite big, and I heard people be like, oh, why is it so big? And to be honest, I understand why people are wondering that, because once you open the case, you'll see it. But again, Shokz branding, nothing in the back, nice soft material. It's not leather, it's not plastic. It's got some sort of a hard shell, of course, but it's got a nice, almost velour feel to it, but it's not velour. It's that kind of fabric feel to it. If you've ever used the closest thing I can describe is like the steering wheel leathers you get. It's kind of like that kind of material. It's really nice. And then inside you have the warranty card, which is nice, and of course the the manual, which includes the directions to get the app. I guess these are stickers or reflective strips. That's cool. Okay, I did not know that was a thing. All right, let me grab one of these, because this is meant for runners. So you can put these either on the, I guess, the thing itself, and it's basically stickers, and it's got the reflective pattern. Very cool. They didn't have to include this, but I do appreciate that they did, because they know their audience. I'm not their audience. I'm not someone who goes for a run in the morning or at night or at any point in my life, unless a dog is chasing me. But this is really good, because the main audience for OpenRun Pro 2, if you didn't get from the name, are people that run. So a very nice touch. I do have to appreciate the company for doing that. I did not know that was a thing. I didn't know that it came with that. But now we'll move to the meat of the thing, and here is the bag. It's the casing. It's opening decently easily, but still a two-handed operation. And this is why I think I understand why people wonder why couldn't it have been a smaller casing. It's because of the way this is. That said, it is very premium. Like, I don't know how many athletic tech companies exist, because again, I'm not the audience for this. The reason I got this is completely different to why 90% of the people will buy this. But as you could probably see from my build, I'm not very athletic in any way, shape, or form. But I feel like this is like the premier kind of feel you get. This is kind of the feeling of when you're opening an iPhone casing, or the iPhone's box or something like that. Very, very premium, very well thought out placement. And of course, you have in this case a little pocket where you can put the USB cable and charger. And now with this model, it is actually a USB-C to USB-A, which is perfect for literally everyone, because that is the way technology has gone. We all have easy access to USB-A ports with USB-C cables. So even if you end up losing this cable, you can always use a different cable as long as you have a USB-C. At least as I would think so, because it would be the same kind of thing. And I love that there's like this little pocket here in the case itself, which it is a big case. I'm not gonna deny that it is a big case, but they use the space of the case well. It's arranged well to the point where I think it's okay, but it is still a two-handed case. Let me see if I can open with just by. Yeah, I don't know how I would. So if it's on the table. Yeah, no, it's a two-handed case. You want to use both hands. It's not going to be an easy case. You pull out. This goes in your bag. This is not going to fit in your pockets unless you have massive pockets. In which case, I don't think you'll even need the case. But it's easily scuffed, I would say, with the scuff marks leaving. But it's also very easy to clean, as you can see. But obviously, this is something that we'll have to test. And we will be doing a long-term review of this once I've used the product enough to give you guys my experience on my use case, which is going to be just using it on my PC when I'm at work or when I'm even playing games, because I like having my ears free. Even the headsets I've used, I always tend to go for an open ear or open back design. And with this and the other earphones I was using till this point is the Sony Link Buds, which I'll show you guys here. And again, open ear, open back design. The problem with these, it runs flawlessly on my phone, but with my PC, it disconnects like that. So it's making it impossible for me to actually use it. So let me one more thing I wanted to mention is this got a nice little magnetic clasp there. That's not me doing it. It's got the buttons, the hardware buttons. This is the charging port. It does feel like it's one of those things that'll eventually, break away, and that'll suck. But it is at this point, I believe, and I might get this number wrong. If I do get it wrong, I'll put it in the, in the video itself with a write over. But it's IP68 or 67 water and dust resistance, which means you can't go swimming. Don't go swimming with it. There's another version for swimming. But if you're in the shower or if you're in the rain or monsoon levels of rain or storms while you're out for a run, you don't have to worry about it. These bad boys will be able to take it. Again, though, don't submerge them is what they're calling it. And that's why it's got these protective kind of things for the charger. But I feel like this is the first thing. If anything out of this was going to break away, it'll be that. I think this does not give me any faith, this rubber kind of thing, because at this point it's going to just break away. You can quickly see how this would go. So basically the idea is that's how you wear it. and it kind of sits flush. So there's two sizes. There's this size, and then there's a mini. I'm glad I went for this one. I don't think the mini would have fit. This is, and as you probably noticed, I have no hair. I like to keep myself bald, or extremely short hair. So this has more skin contact than for most people, but it's still extremely comfortable. I feel a little tingle just because I'm not used to having something touch me like there while I'm just sitting. So it constantly feels like there's something in the back of my head. I've got goosebumps literally going. But it's comfortable because there's no pressure on my ears. I can hear the room, I can hear the surroundings, and if you're going for a run, that thing's not budging. Okay. If you're running harder than this, then you have other things to worry about than the surrounding. But you'll be completely aware of the surroundings, and that's the market. That's the core market that they're going for. And for me, though, right now, it's really nice. I can feel like the open. I don't feel like any pressure on my ears. There's no clamping here that makes me want I don't know. The only thing I worry about is that this part where it comes to, let me just wear it properly. This part, so I have big ears, but this part here, I don't know if the constant contact with this kind of a material is going to give me some sort of a rash or something. But again, we'll talk about all of this in the long-term review because I will be doing one. This is purely a first impression / unboxing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to charge it, and once the charging's done, about 5 minutes or so, I'll just quickly jump in and see if it connects properly without any issues. 1 hour's charge is full battery, it seems to be like, and you will be able to, enjoy 8 to 10 hours of playback with that. And of course, if you're on the run, you're not running for that long usually, so you wouldn't have any worries. And for a short run, you can charge for like 5-10 minutes and you should be good. So we have the cable here, like I said, type C to type A. So I'm gonna plug that in my PC, I'm gonna charge it, and we'll be right back. So you guys might still hear it in the background. There's the storm still going on, but I wanted to just get this done and showcase it for you guys. So here you can see like a button on the left side. If you press that once, it'll switch to whichever you have connected. You can connect up to 2 systems on this. So I have my PC and my mobile connected. We're connected to our phone, I think, at the moment. So let me just go ahead and play something here. Yeah, it is connected. Now this is full volume. What I like about this is it's clear. It's not gonna have the bass of an enclosed headset, obviously, because there's no enclosure. This is from Detective Dodson, the movie. So this is full volume. What I like about it is I don't think I'm shouting. I don't think it's gonna. I don't adjust my volume too high. I'm not speaking a lot louder, which I would be if I had my headset on. I'll be like, oh yeah, this is high volume. I'm not doing that so much. I just talk like normally. But so far, I think it's been pretty interesting because the sound design and the way feels very clear. But I'm going to just let it play and you guys can check the bleed. And that's max volume. I'm going to drop the volume halfway. Kind of what I would be using usually. I would never run anything max volume. This is what I would be using normally. So that's kind of the bleed you can expect, and this is a microphone, obviously, so it's going to be a little bit different. I don't know if I would put anything more than the bass volume if I'm sitting in a bus or have people right next to me. If I'm traveling, something, I'll probably put very low volume, and I should be fine. This is the lowest legible volume, so to speak. So I still could hear, I can hear the movie, the dialogue very well. So I had no issues with it so far. That said, there is going to be bleed because this is not pure bone conduction. I've done some research on this. So the older models were 100% bone conduction. This one is not. This uses bone plus air, and it's mostly air conduction, which basically means it works kind of like speakers. Like it uses the sound waves to send it right into your ear, plus the vibration into your bone. So it's not going full 100% on the bones. And that's, for me, that's okay, but it will mean more bleed and more people around you will hear it more. So this is just something that you're just going to have to kind of make a choice with. But for me, so far, it's been great. Connecting to everything was a breeze. It had no issues. There is an app done by Shokz, so if you can go ahead to the app, you kind of see it here. You have basically like that. It's the Shokz app, and you can go and adjust your EQ with the bass boost and all that. And there's this thing called multi-point pairing, which is what you want to use if you want to, I don't know if you'll see it here because of the brightness perhaps, but that's kind of what you want to use if you want to, so that's multi-point pairing. If you want to use that to enable yourself to switch between the PC and the phone, so you can listen to your music on PC, talk to Discord, whatever, then press this button here. It's a very tangible little thing. You press it and it'll switch to your phone, vice versa. So obviously it means you have to have a connection to your PC. Mine is struggling because, like I said, more on the issue with the PC than the headphones themselves. That's it for this unbox and overview. However, we will be doing a long-term review thing. I'm going to try and fix this PC's issues, and that will allow me to actually use it day to day more than on my phone. But I would think these are very good. If you're someone who goes for runs, if you're someone who travels a lot, this might be good. Again, though, the bleed you have to kind of consider when you're traveling, sitting in a bus. You don't want to be that guy or girl, with the sound blaring out and everyone listening to what you're listening to. You don't want to do that to other people, so don't be that person. But I think it's generally good. These are really comfortable as well. These are the Sony Link Buds that I've been relying on. Very comfortable to wear. The problem with them is that, for me at least, my inner ear shape, this rubber tab here, it kind of pushes into that, even though on the smallest size, and that's the smallest size I've got on right now, and it can hurt you over time. This I have no issues with because I can't see any issues coming as well, because purely, this is just there, and you forget about it. I've been walking around trying to fix the range issue with the PC, trying to see if I had the Bluetooth receiver somewhere, an extender somewhere. I forgot I had this on for the longest time. And it was a quick charge, and when I press and hold and it switches on and switches off, it tells me that the power's going out. One thing I will do is I'll also include a voice test. So let me just make sure this one's on the active. All right, so this is the mic of the Shokz OpenRun Pro 2, and we'll see how it goes. This is recorded on my phone, as you can see, but I'm not using the phone's mic. I am using the Open Pro Shokz mic, and we will see how it goes. And you guys will be able to let me know if it's a good quality or not, because what you're hearing right now is from the Shokz Pro's mic. It should have some AI sound cancellation, so let me know what you think about that as well. So that wraps up this unboxing, this overview, and like I said, a long-term review will come later in maybe a couple of weeks' time or 3 weeks' time. Once I get a little bit of used to it, once I use it on a daily basis on all sorts of use cases, I will let you guys know what I think. And till then, I hope you enjoyed the video so far, and if you did, make sure you drop a sub. We have a lot of more videos coming. I'm trying to get back into more of a hardware review things I'm liking and buying randomly, and I can't stop myself from buying random stuff anyway, so might as well get a video or two out of it. But if you have any questions about the OpenRun Pro 2, make sure you drop it in the comments, and I'll make sure I answer at the end of the video when it comes to the long-term review, because like I said, I'm not the target audience for this specific headphones. I love headphones. It's one of my weaknesses when I go shopping. but I'm also not somebody who goes on runs a lot and that does that kind of an active workout, which I probably should start doing, but I haven't so far. So you may have questions that differ from how I approach it, but if you do put those questions down in the comments, I'll make sure I answer them when the review video drops. But till then, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you so much. This is RD Techie saying goodbye and enjoy your day. Bye bye.